Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of... No, I shouldn't probably do it like that. Imagine. Do it. Do the whole episode like that.
Like something Howard Stern. Or you'd sound like Harry Shearer or something. Jonathan,
yes.
Tell me. Just like that big nose into the mic.
Remember on Wayne's World?
Mr. Scream.
And he's like, and I could say anything right now, and you wouldn't even care. And he's like,
And he's just like pressing buttons.
Yeah. And he tells me he's a total like douchebag or something like that. He's like, yep.
And now it's time for Mr. Scream.
Wasn't his name Handsome Dan?
I think so.
Handsome Dan.
I should change my gamer tag to that.
Handsome Dan. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Elder Trolls Gaming Podcast. If you are new, we are three brothers, and we get together and we talk about gaming, and we talk other stuff too, tech, TV, movies, pop culture, that kind of thing. I am Take It Easy, Jono.
And I am Nasty Nate.
And I am Dandolph the Wise.
And today we'll be discussing the price of video games. The price of video games with recent news that Capcom said that they're just not charging enough. The games are too cheap. I don't think gamers would agree.
Exoprimal should cost more money.
Yeah.
Bring that up later.
We'll dive into that, a bit later. We certainly will. But first,
Guys, Dumbledore actor Michael Gambon has died at the age of 82.
really?
Wow.
Yep.
Michael Gambon.
The
Gambon.
the good Dumbledore, the second Dumbledore.
Oh,
Both now dead.
Both now dead, yep.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I was
82. That doesn't even seem that old,
damn.
does it?
Yeah.
82
Remember
is like
his
the
quote?
new 72.
Shit, Dumbledore.
Remember his
Dumbledore
quote?
dies.
Happiness can be found even in the darkest of times if one only remembers to turn on the light.
Yeah.
Albus Dumbledore. Nasty Nate.
Albus Dumbledore. That's me. Michael Scott.
He was a good he was definitely a good Dumbledore because he was not
Yeah, he was the best Dumbledore.
he was a lot more
He was
lively.
amazing. Yeah, yeah.
The other one
Exactly.
was very old and he spoke like this.
Yes,
And it
he
was
did.
like
It was like he was dying with every breath.
clinging on to life.
Yeah.
People have gone mad looking into the mirror of Harry, said Harry.
Harry. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
well, that is sad. That is
It
sad.
is sad. He was
We'll light a
amazing.
candle for Michael Gambon.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah.
Lumos.
Lumos. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Lumos for Michael. All right. Well, that's depressing to start the show off. Thanks to Nasty.
But more lifting news is we went to Toronto. We went to Toronto to visit some fam.
Yeah.
And we got to see our niece. It's been like 2 years.
It's been a long time. Been a long time since we were all in the same room.
Yeah. I played some N64, some Mario Kart 64. And man,
Yes.
that
Mario
was
Kart
terrible.
64.
It was
The
so
what?
bad.
Mario Kart?
Yes.
I didn't mind it.
It was so bad.
Maybe your controller was bad.
Maybe.
Did you have a shitty controller?
My stick was drooping a bit.
I was using that one.
Yeah.
That was fine.
Mine was definitely a controller. Yeah.
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 You handed it to me. It was fine.
And then
It was very sensitive though. Like
I got
I thought it was
I think
not.
I won one of those races, and then I got like second, and then after that it was terrible. So I lost my
couldn't
streak
see
after the first couple of
anything.
games.
yeah, it was
couldn't
hard to
see
see.
anything.
We were playing on a split screen, original N64, not increased or
resolution or anything.
The resolution or anything, just original
Just like those
blocks
bombs. I couldn't
with
even
a
see.
bunch of blobs of shit
Yeah.
inside.
And
That's
like,
what it looked like.
Whenever a bomb comes up or like you don't see anything until it's like a fraction right before it hits
I did
you.
notice that. Yeah,
It was so
the draw
bad.
distance in the split screen is you can't even see.
I'm like, oh, there's a
anything
bomb.
right in front of you. Yeah, they
Oh.
appear right in front of you.
And a
That's
banana.
something
So
we never
stupid.
noticed though. We used to play that all the time though.
Man, this brings me to why I don't play retro games. I'm not a retro game player. I don't care for retro games because the love and the all that stuff, the memory I have is locked away in my brain and it's good, you know? And then I go play them now and it's complete
This
asshole.
sucks.
It fucking
Yeah.
sucks and ruins my memory of these games.
Right.
So that's why I don't go back and play old games. I will never do it. I don't do it. When I try to do it, I'm like, oh, this is terrible, and I quit. Never doing it.
Okay, well,
I'm not doing it. Okay, don't make me do it.
I'm not an retro advocate. I'm not advocating for it. Like we were playing Double Dragon as well, and like,
oh yeah, and
it was. Although my controller was busted, and we played TMNT 3.
The one controller.
How far did you?
I wish my controller worked. We got pretty far. I think.
It was pretty far.
Yeah.
The last I saw, Matt was fighting that pig man.
I think the bosses just recycle.
Pigman. I don't know, maybe, but we were like 4 or 5 like levels in. Mm-hmm. I don't know how many there are. We were maybe halfway through the game. What? No,
maybe I have no clue.
Like they're not fucking long.
Back then, every game was a roguelike. Every game. You die, you start right over from the fucking beginning.
Yeah.
Brutal.
It's very arcadey. It was very arcade-esque like that.
Because there was no save.
There's no save.
Yeah,
no save data. There's no room.
There was only save data on like
Link?
On Zelda, maybe?
That Link game? The first Link game?
Well,
that really hard one?
But the game type, the game style has to be that way though, because they can't get you to start from the beginning of that. It's not like an arcade type of game where there's rounds and shit. It's like it's a story game with a whole world you have to like adventure in and different levels and like you know what I mean, like mapping.
Saving, though.
There was no saves. I don't think there was saves in the normal.
The only
Nintendo
way
games.
you could like cheat ahead was like in Mega Man there were passwords. You remember passwords?
Those were their save kind of feature.
And the password you put in would let you or would give you beating like X amount of bosses or whatever. It wasn't exactly the same as your playthrough, but
that was sweet.
Yeah. But like you can't like even choosing a file like in Zelda, you create a new file. They can't do that because creating that is writing data to the game. So, but you can't write data. The NES didn't write data, I don't think, to the disc.
So that's what I'm talking about. Remember that old, like the first Zelda game for NES, like the Link Adventures of Link. You just
started over from the beginning.
Did you when you died?
Yeah.
No fucking way. That's brutal. Let me see.
Yeah, that is hard.
What was it called?
Sure.
For those of you listening who may be interested in playing NES Double Dragon with a second player, you will be waiting an entire what was the deal?
Oh, right. That's right.
The fake 2-player.
It's fake 2-player mode. It says 1 or 2 players, and all it is after the first guy ends up dying and getting a game
losing
over,
all his lives, I think.
Yeah, it will just give it to you. Wow. Okay. And you have to start over anyway. Yeah, and you pass the controller. It's so dumb.
So you can save on Adventures of Link. You press pause. Then you need to press up and A on controller 2 to get the save screen.
What? That can't be real.
It says if you are playing this on an actual NES.
Are you reading theonion.com?
No, this
so
is...
it was like a cheat code to save?
Sonky.com? Yeah, maybe a way to cheat a save.
Cheat code to save.
Weird. Stupid, anyway.
That is really dumb. So it does have the technology to be able to do it. I don't know. Anyway,
how big were those games? They got those massive cartridges, and those games were like 32 kilobytes.
Yeah,
like these fucking.
And the audio, that audio clip from Ninja Turtles was like,
needed a whole.
It was like just some shit audio. I couldn't even understand what he said. It was like 4-bit.
And then it's like,
yeah, that's what I mean. Like I couldn't even hear it.
Not to mention it took like 15 minutes to get the fucking game working, and then it would freeze halfway through your play.
Resetting the fucking thing,
and
or
also
whatever.
My controller was broken. I couldn't press down or right. Down or right. It's literally the direction the whole game goes when you're playing fucking Turtles. So
Matt played a little too much of it, maybe.
I was breaking the controller in half trying to press the fucking forward button for it to activate.
Your controller
you had to press
was
it.
also yellow from old use.
Looked
so
like
I'm
somebody was
that
smoking.
It wasn't just
It was
the
like
fucking...
creaking and cracking from.
It's like someone was holding
bending
it.
in half.
It was like someone was using it to hold their cigarette and then playing with the other controller. That's how yellow it got. So they smoked
Was
a
it? I
cigarette.
didn't
like,
notice.
It's Mike. It was Mike back in the day in the
put the
90s.
cigarette down
when
on
he used to smoke.
yeah, on the one controller, and then use the other one so it doesn't hit the floor.
Everyone used to smoke.
Oh fuck!
All right, let's get into game time. What do you say? So, game time. What are we playing? What are we playing? What are you saying? Hey, what are you saying? How are you playing? I think I don't think I've played one game since last episode when I said I beat Baldur's Gate, I beat Starfield,
Nice.
two big games.
Are you fatiguing right now? Are you like
No.
AAA fatigue?
No.
No.
I haven't started playing Cyberpunk yet because I was playing Eternights
Oh right.
and I beat it.
What?
I beat it in 11 hours.
You already beat it?
Yeah, 11 hours.
How much was it? $30?
It was
$40.
$40. Yeah. But we can talk about the cost per
Yeah.
hour
Oh,
later in the episode.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, it is a visual novel style RPG, I would say. It's got like RPG style fighting when you have to go out and do missions. But then, other than that, it's like kind of like dialogue and cutscenes and character interactions where you have to like give a dialogue answer in order to level up your rapport with the character, with your relationship. Okay. And you have to kind of choose who you want to level up with and who you want to schmooze.
Okay.
Because there's only so many days that you can do things in between the missions.
Okay.
There's like days, and they're broken up to morning and night, and each action takes like morning. You can only do one action, one in morning, one at night, and then the next day comes. And in between, there's like little cutscenes and relationship building kind of events that happen and stuff like that. So you want to choose who you're going to level up with because that will determine your spec, basically. It's like the skill tree almost. Who you level up with will give you like higher attack power or something, or higher defense or something like that. So it basically like you can choose what girl or boy you want to romance in order to build your spec. It's pretty cool.
So they decide your character build. That's interesting.
Yeah, like you can't use certain skills unless you have this person ranked up to, level 5 relationship.
But what if you want a certain thing and you don't want to date that person?
Well, too bad. That's too bad. But it was pretty good. I like the characters. The story is kind of, I don't know. It's one of those anime type stories, something created a bunch of monsters and turned people into monsters, and you have to stop a big bad guy to fix everything. But there's a pretty big twist at the end that shocked me that I won't say, but it was a little bit sad. It was pretty good. It was pretty good.
Nice.
I don't know if it's worth the $40 though. I would say maybe 25. Maybe if it goes down to $25, you can check it out. But other than that, I have not been playing anything.
I hovered quite a few times on it. I was like, I don't know.
It just came out. It just came out on.
PS5? Where'd you get it?
It's on PC and PS5 and PS4.
Wow. I picked up Lies of P, which is the Souls-like on Game Pass in the Pinocchio world. And I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot. It's punishing, but it not too punishing. I like breezed through the first 2 or 3 bosses, I think it was. But now I've hit my wall, and I'm stuck at this one boss, the Fuoko the Furnace Muppet, or whatever the fuck he is.
What?
He's like this big
Furnace Muppet.
He's in this big
The dick my butt.
he's in this big warehouse, and yeah, you just have to. It's a fucking grind, and I'm like, I got so close. I got like a centimeter, and that's whenever your blood starts pumping and you get sweaty, right? Because you've spent the last 7 minutes making those dodges or making those rolls, making those parries, and then you get to the last little centimeter, and you're out of potions, and you're out of like all your buffs and grenades, and you just need to survive like 30 more seconds and land a few more smart hits, But then your brain gets a hold of you. It's like, just go for it. Just go for that last couple of stabs. And then when you get greedy and you get impatient, he'll just fucking squash you. And you're done. Yep. You got to start over again. Fuck. I was like,
no fucking thank you. Yeah, I tried playing it.
It was the same thing in Sekiro when I played that. But I can't handle the pressure. I buckle under the pressure. I cannot handle it, and I get so anxious, and my blood starts pumping, and my heart is like, and I'm like, I might be able to get it. And then because I spent half an hour getting there, and then it's all taken away from me. I can't keep doing this. I'm like shaking. I'm almost sick to my stomach. And I feel like super stressed out and panicked. I'm just like, what am I doing?
I kind of like that feeling. I kind of
turn
like
it
that
off.
Feeling. So I listened to
I never played this.
I listened to the FNG boys. They had the FNG boys, Nick and Will, Friday Night Gamecast, and they had Dave from Tales of the Backlog on there, and they were talking about these games. Mm-hmm. And they said that Lies of P. Well, Dave, because I think he's got the most experience in them all. Dave was like, Lies of P is like a reskinned Bloodborne, pretty much. Like Bloodborne that was just released on the PlayStation console, but in like a Pinocchio world. And I was like, man. I like this Pinocchio game. And the Bloodborne looks sick, but it's only 30 FPS. So I've been in the same boat as everyone else, just waiting for a 60 FPS remaster, but it apparently is never coming. So if I'm liking Lies of P, if I can get through Lies of P, I think I can. I'm probably going to try out some Bloodborne. But Lords of the Fallen is coming in 2 weeks. And that game looks sick. And I'm going to jump in there. I haven't decided what I'm going to get it for, PS5 or PC. I kind of want PS5 because I want to play it on the OLED. But I know that they've confirmed it's only 720p. Or something like that. Or no, 1080p upscaled to 4K on consoles. Because it's Unreal Engine 5, and we all know it's probably going to run like shit.
Fuck.
So I'm kind of torn. Man. If I get it on PC, then I have to sit up here and play it, and it's kind of annoying. So I haven't really decided yet. But, yeah, Lies of P, pretty good. I'm going to get through this boss. I'm going to get through this game. It's got its hooks in me. I'm gonna trek through it. I did start Cyberpunk Phantom Liberty as well.
Now, when you start, did you have to go find the quest or something? Like, how do you start the DLC?
I think they send you a call. You get a call.
Yeah, you just get a call from one of the handlers, from one of the, what are they called, Daniel?
Fixers, I guess.
Fixers.
The Fixers.
Yeah. And then he puts you in touch with someone else, and then you go and try to get into Dogtown. And then you get a call from this mystery lady, and she says that she can, yada yada yada. She smuggles you into Dogtown, and you take it from there. You have to save the president.
So it's a new
area,
borough.
It's on the map. So
Dogtown,
it's on the map, but it's not
Z-Boys.
labeled. It's not actually named on the map.
Pre-Phantom Liberty, I think you can go there or go around there.
I don't think so, man. I don't
because
think so,
I looked at the map in Phantom Liberty, and it's right there. Like, how did we not? How were we not able to get there?
There's just no labeling of it or anything on the on the pre Phantom Liberty map.
But this expansion
is. I would have seen if there was a Dogtown. On that map.
There's no Dogtown, but I'm saying it's in what part of town is it in?
Sure.
South City.
Pacifica.
And like half of Pacifica is Dogtown. It looks like on the new map.
You just can't get to it.
You just can't get to it, or you can go around, but it's not Dogtown pre-Phantom Liberty. I don't know.
Right.
But This expansion is fucking sick. The writing is superb. Like, you take this and you put it against Starfield, it's like these guys know how to write a story. Like, you know what I mean? Versus the Starfield one where you just like banged it through. This one is like, whoa, what happens next? Oh, this is so good. It's like excellent. It's like playing a movie. It's like the acting, the visuals, the stories. Yeah, so good.
Cyberpunk is okay. So it's the same as Like
I didn't have much high hopes for Starfield too much in that regard, though. I didn't have not high hopes. I just didn't have high expectations. I didn't have any expectations. I was just like, whatever it is.
But it's like,
well, but that was the first Bethesda game I've ever beaten the main quest line.
I think so too.
Really? You never beat Skyrim?
I got to the end of Skyrim. I never finished it.
I got like pretty far in it. I never finished it because I didn't care.
Both of you did finish Skyrim.
I didn't care.
Oh, man. It was sweet, though. The Skyrim main quest was sweet. Oblivion, I could not stand.
Yeah,
but
I didn't
Skyrim
like the
was
Oblivion
sweet.
one either.
Yeah.
But I'm just too busy doing fucking Thieves Guild,
there's a lot of shit to do, I guess.
The Arcane University. I do the fucking Brotherhood. The Dark Brotherhood was so good.
And guys, I can report on my new graphics card, I can get over 100 FPS in Cyberpunk on ultra graphics. How you think about that?
Wow.
Really?
At 4K. At
4K?
Resolution
with no
scale.
ray tracing. No ray tracing.
Yeah. But the only thing I care about the ray tracing is in the photo mode, which they now have a toggle. I think they had it before where you can use path tracing only in photo mode.
Yeah.
Oh, it's beautiful. So smart. These guys are smart.
Cool. So smart.
Wow.
Much smart.
Very good.
Cool.
But yeah.
I'm gonna start playing it maybe tonight.
Yeah,
Who knows?
yeah.
Maybe
I would love to, but
maybe that little dip my toes in.
Daniel, did you beat Starfield yet?
Well, here's the thing. Okay, let me talk about that.
Well, here's the thing.
Here's the thing. Okay, how do you feel about that? I don't know that I'm going to be able to beat Starfield as quick as I wanted to because, like I said, what level were you guys when you beat the main story? Do you remember?
35?
I don't know.
Ish.
Probably
Okay.
40.
Yeah, somewhere around
40,
there.
I think.
I was at about 50 hours. 45, 50 hours.
Okay. Because I went to go do one of the missions, and it was like you have to fly out into this one system. And I looked at the level requirement, or the level suggestion.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
I didn't know. I was like, well, do I just go do it? But I also have been finding that I've been getting my ass whooped a lot by kind of everything. It depends if there's like, I flew into 4 Varun ships in orbit somewhere randomly, and I got my ass handed to me. Like, and it could be my ship. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I was like, I can't take these guys on. So I'm just going to have to grav jump. And then when, you get the higher level enemies like level 30, and I've just been like, oh my God, I'm just like sinking clips into these guys. Like, are my weapons not doing enough damage? I'm specking into them. Like, what is the problem here? Maybe I'm not using the right weapon. But then I did find that the laser gun did a lot of damage against robots, which was really cool. So I found that I could kind of rely on that, but I don't know. I just been finding, I'm like, oh my God, like I'm working my ass off.
Are you not like min-maxing your guns and shit, bro?
Yeah.
Like
I'm trying, yeah. I'm putting all my stats.
If you find a new one that says green, but you also have to do the math kind of in your head on the fire rate versus the damage because some are higher.
Yeah.
Do that shit. You just look at it says versus shields, put the highest one versus shields. So do that first.
Are you talking
get
about
the shield
ship
down.
weapons or people weapons?
I was talking mostly combat weapons.
Oh,
Yeah.
Guns.
Combat weapons.
Sure.
I thought we were still on the ship thing.
No, those I'm not even a bother. I just the other night I was like, maybe
that's why you're
how
getting
hard could it
owned.
be to build a ship? And I sat there and I was like, I'm not fucking doing this because I know how long I will take to build a ship. I'm like flipping
love
through
that.
like one
I liked
option
it
at a
too.
time.
I spent
like,
an
no.
hour doing my big one, and I was just listening to like stuff in the background. I wasn't actually just sitting there. listening
Yeah,
to
I
the-
can't do it, man. Because when I log in, I want to play the stories to further the game. And then I sit there and I start building a ship. I'm like, no, I'm not doing this. So I'll
because
just
when
leave.
I built it, I just put like the massive fucking rocket. What was it? The missiles. So when I come up against ships, I'm like, missile takes like half their shield, missile again, half, and then I just railgun. Done. Next.
Yeah, I guess.
Do the same fucking thing.
I just like the idea of buying a ship because it's already all been done for me. So, but anyway, yeah. So maybe I'll just go straight for the main thing. But then I thought maybe I was getting a little ahead of myself. I don't know. Depending on how much I find I've been struggling. Like I don't want to be like, oh my god, I can't fight these fucking.
You're almost done because if you can get to that system, it's only like maybe a handful of quests in that system, and then you're done. I think. Okay. I'm pretty sure.
The one that's like pretty far off. I don't remember the name of it.
I couldn't even get there because I didn't have the right. What's it called? Furnace? What is it?
You can get there. Just you have to hop a bunch of planets.
Yeah, like your machine has to have the range to get to 20 light years or something.
Oh yeah, it was 19, I think.
Yeah. And I was like, I don't have that.
So you didn't have 19?
I had to go dump a bunch of money into my
I don't even know what I have actually. Yeah, so maybe I'll have to get a new ship first. And I started doing the Freestar the Freestar Rangers quest line because I was like, I hear it's good. I mean, I started the Vanguard, but I'll take a break from that. And you get a ship from the Freestar Rangers quest line apparently, or mission line. So I was like,
I just got that.
I was like, I'd like to try that, but I don't know how far along it is in the freaking.
Did you get the Mantis?
The quest line's not as good as the.
Did you do the Mantis quest line, Daniel?
Oh yeah, the Mantis.
No, I keep
getting a ship.
That's a pretty
too.
good ship.
That's a really good ship. Yeah.
Yeah. Do the quest. The Mantis,
and you get a sweet suit and helmet.
Where do you meet? Where do you start that
game.
though? Oh, I think you have
probably
to
have it.
You have to pick up some item. I think maybe
I could already have it. I don't know.
I had it randomly. I don't know how I got it. It
was
just there. It was like might be just one of the things you hear, you know, or you read something
that's
you
true.
hear in a town, and it's like, oh, I heard something about.
I don't know.
It's
maybe
just
I
called
can just
the Mantis.
shoot for the mains, and I'll just see what happens. I guess.
All right, fine.
But yeah, that's it. That's all I've been playing is just Starfield because I want to play it so that I can start up Cyberpunk. But the thing is, I'm okay not starting Cyberpunk until I've decided if I want to start a new character and get to know the whole tree build again and just kind of get. You know what I mean?
did not.
No, I'm not doing that.
I kept my V because I'm very emotionally attached to my V.
I kind of am too. Yeah, it's a tricky one.
She's staying. She's staying because she's so hot. I couldn't let her go. You know.
Okay. All right. Is that it for both of us? For all three of us?
I think
we're
so.
done. Okay. Well, we got some gaming news to talk about. Let's do that. Gaming news. Welcome to gaming news. Sony CEO Jimmy John.
He's definitely not a Jack Ryan.
Jim Ryan.
Jimmy Jab.
He's going to step down. Now he's going to step down. He just couldn't handle it anymore.
I wonder why. Was it the big Sony hack that happened? And he was like,
he couldn't handle losing the Activision.
You know
battle.
what? Oh, that too. Yeah. Oh,
Microsoft.
Yeah. And then his password was so bad on his email that he was the entry point for the big hack, I bet. And they're like, listen, you old fart.
Oh, imagine
your fucking password can't be Sony123.
You think? And imagine.
I wouldn't put it past that old bastard.
That Sony hack wasn't that big deal. I don't
still
think.
Hacked.
Yeah, but it's not
still compromised. Still a breach.
Was it a ransom hack thingy?
Yeah, what I'm guessing is it's probably one zone of the network they got into. You know, that's kind of segregated because they have proper zoning.
Yeah. It wasn't all 2 million users or whatever the fuck it was.
Exactly. Because they said they only got like 6,000 files, which is
6,000 files with
that doesn't seem like a lot
with 100,000 passwords in them.
Passwords?
Yeah, we never know what was in those files. It could have been lists of things in those.
But they said what it was. It didn't really seem very.
Oh, okay.
Very damning. I don't know.
Everybody who's listening to this, please put on multi-factor authentication on your fucking accounts, please.
That doesn't mean anything if you click on an attachment in a spam.
Yeah, that's true. Don't be stupid and put N2A on your accounts.
Yep.
And even the higher up people.
I got a story that I can tell you guys.
Even the higher up CEOs, you have to have the Authenticator app. You can't do the text. If you're a high-end CEO guy and people are targeting you, they can get that code sent to your SMS. There'll be no issue with that. With a hacker actually going after you, they can get that
targeted. Targeted.
But with the Authenticator app, they'd have to clone your phone and shit, and even then, so just use the Authenticator app, put some codes on your accounts, protect yourselves, okay? Because it is annoying when you have to go and change all your fucking passwords. It happened to me, okay? It's happened to me.
I thought it happened to me. I got an email, guys, from a guy named John Blue or something, and he said that he hacked my account.
John
he said
Belushi?
He hacked my,
Oh, yes.
he said he hacked my account, and he had pictures of me using my device, pleasuring myself. And I said,
Your
what?
webcam, you're like,
Yeah. And I was like, he didn't include any of these pictures. I'm like,
of course.
How did you do that, hacker man? You must be a genius, obviously. And then it's like, I know, and it says, I know, and I know your password.
Yeah.
And it says like your email address, which is obviously your email address that he already knows. But then he puts in a password that maybe he got somewhere, which is what I'm guessing, from he showed me the password. It was a very old password. I haven't used it in 10 years, 15 years.
Yeah. That's how it does.
So I'm like, that's weird, Mr. Hacker. Where'd you get that, I wonder? And I was thinking it's probably just from
like an old phone,
an old
app.
website or an app that was hacked.
Mm-hmm.
Then they have the user database, the passwords, they have the email addresses. So he sends everyone an email and he'll say, look, I have your password. And most people use the same password for everything forever.
Yeah.
So it's likely the same fucking password that you use for your email. So they can get into your email. And then from there, they can get into everything, whatever you use your email for.
Yeah. So what happens?
So I forgot my password. Email me my password.
Yeah, because
that's how they get into.
If you use Google to save your passwords, you're fucked.
Oh yeah.
So I learned that the hard way. Thankfully, it wasn't anything important. It was like old shitty apps that I hadn't used in a while. So it was the same old password I had for like, I think it was like 20 old like weight loss apps and shit like that. Like I didn't give a shit about. That I never changed the password for, but like going through and checking every single account
that I stopped using.
I had to go through all my accounts and make sure that the password was different. And I was like, okay, that one's fine, but I'll change the password anyway. So like, I had quite a few old apps and websites that had personal information on there.
Oh yeah,
that had that old password. I was like, God, this is annoying. So
and I don't know what it's from. Like I went through my password manager for ones that I actually use, and there was only two or three things listed that had that password, and I hadn't used them in a long time, but I just changed them. But I'm like, what else could it be? It wasn't one of those guys that was hacked. It was probably some other thing for an app or something that I don't use anymore. So it's just like there's no way for me of knowing.
All you could do is go change whatever account had that, like what accounts still have that password, but if
you don't remember, you don't remember what the fuck you did. But anyway, don't use the same password, folks.
Yeah, and don't save your passwords in Google, because if someone gets access to your Gmail, they can just show all passwords to all the accounts that you have saved.
I mean, I use two-factor authentication for fucking everything.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Well, I don't want to get into what I do on here because people could hack me.
True. I'll cut that out.
Yeah.
I post your email on the screen. With your password.
Cut that out.
And a picture of you pleasuring yourself. Fuck, it was so stupid.
Nasty.
And I was like, and he said in 2 days, if I didn't get back to him with $1,800 in Bitcoin, he would send it to all my contact list.
1,800 Bitcoins?
No, $1,800
paid
in Bitcoin.
Like 0.02 of a Bitcoin.
I don't know. But yeah, and I was just like, I only have 2 days. And I looked and it was like from 2 weeks ago. I was like, no!
Your life has ended now.
Yeah, it was so fucking dumb. I was just like, this guy, man, these fucking scammers.
So funny. Back in the day when we used to do a lot of computer repair, we'd have people coming in and their screen would be frozen. Like they'd have a virus or whatever. And it'd have a webcam picture of them. Be like, we know your password. And it's like, takes the webcam picture and he's just like, like stupid fucking pictures of them.
It is like it's probably a browser exploit to drive by.
Yeah.
From browsing. So, yeah.
Yep.
So we got Jim Ryan out. That was the whole point of that conversation.
Yeah. I'm hoping that they just put someone in there that actually plays video games and that has held a fucking PlayStation controller. Someone who gives a shit. Like Phil Spencer. You know,
I guess.
but we just got to remember they're
is
all
that
not our
different?
friends.
Are they in the same kind of position though?
Yeah,
Is Phil Spencer and this guy?
yeah,
I feel like this guy's just way more of like a businessman.
yeah. An old business. Because Phil Spencer wears cool clothes and a hat.
Yeah, that is cool.
He's a gamer.
He's cool.
He's a cool dude.
He's a gamer. He's a cool dude. All right. Well, speaking of Phil Spencer and Microsoft, those leaked emails. Microsoft had leaked emails. Somebody leaked them, and it was from 2 years ago, I think, or 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And in the email, it mentioned Phil Spencer wanting to buy Nintendo.
They
which is
already
just
tried to
like-
do that, and they got laughed out of the Nintendo headquarters.
That's
Did
wild.
they?
Yeah, a long time ago.
Like, yeah. I mean,
Like, I think whenever they first started Xbox, I think they walked into Nintendo and was like, we'll buy you. And
they
Nintendo's,
first started Xbox.
Nintendo's like, fuck off.
Okay, well,
Buy him out, boys.
I mean, it would absolutely never happen. But hypothetically, I think that would be so sick. Like, think about it.
Why? What? Just
I'm
to-
hearing a lot of people say, like, oh, well, Nintendo wouldn't be the same anymore, you know? Yeah, like, yeah, they'd be
Well,
better.
that's the point. Yeah, yeah.
They'd be better. Yeah, they'd have. Well, I don't think Microsoft would touch them in any way that would change
That's
what
I
they
was
do.
saying. Exactly. Like, they know what they've done to get where they are. They know what Nintendo is. Like, they know that they have a recipe for their games and stuff. Why the hell would they go in there and, like, fuck that up and change everything? I feel like that would, even if they did, that's not what would happen at all.
Introducing game. What's the name of that game? Gears of Wario.
Gears of Wario, yeah. But yeah, I mean, I think it would just be sweet. Like, Nintendo games on real, actual hardware.
But remember,
Like, how would that be a bad thing?
But remember, whenever they
Yeah.
start gobbling all these people, okay, then if, like, hypothetically, if they brought all these people under the one umbrella, they can do whatever the fuck they want. They can charge you whatever they want. There's no more competition. There's nowhere else to go play these games. Microsoft, right? And they'll just ram that into you.
They would probably.
Well,
Yeah.
They would increase the price of Game Pass would fucking
Oh,
double.
it'd be like $40 a month.
Their Nintendo games may go on sale a little bit more often if Xbox buys
That's
them,
true.
For fuck's sake.
That's
That
true.
is,
you know.
that's probably
They'd
true.
be like, let's have you thought about doing a sale, Nintendo?
No,
And they're like, oh,
It's like, oh, no, there is no honor in that.
no honor in game sales.
No, but like imagine playing like the new Zelda or Pokemon game with vastly improved just visuals
yeah,
and
that would be sweet. Maybe
and
I
up
could
to date.
actually finish a Pokemon game
And on PC.
if that was the case.
yeah, on PC, up to date like development technologies. I mean, now you could say certainly that the quality of the games would just not be the same because Nintendo's developing for one piece of hardware.
Mm.
That's it. That's what they know. That's their bread and butter. Like, you think they're going to develop for like Xbox, Xbox Windows. You know what I mean? Xbox Windows, Xbox Series X, Series S.
True.
I mean, they can't be worse. It can't be worse.
You know what? I don't think they do that. They would just put that Switch Online bullshit on your Xbox and you'd play.
Oh, another thing. The fucking online play would be way better. Yes, please.
Oh, yeah. Oh my
Nintendo
God.
games
Just that
on-
alone. Just that alone.
Yeah.
Holy
Nintendo
shit.
games on Game Pass? Yes. The Pokemon issue might not improve, though, because that's just them rushing. They rush every single game because they have to hit a game every freaking year or whatever.
Mm.
But yeah, I would say it would be cool. I'm going to say I would be okay with it.
I approve.
It would never happen ever, but I think it would be cool. I want to play like a Mario in 60 FPS on in HD, 4K,
Mm-hmm. Be nice.
or Zelda, like that Zelda Unreal 5 thing. Remember that shit?
Yeah. That guy keeps working on that thing. Holy
I
shit.
know. Yeah, it looks fucking unbelievable right now, though. Ray tracing and shit.
In other news, FSR 3 is to be released tomorrow, September 29th.
For what, PC?
That's pretty cool.
Yes,
Console?
PC.
Can I use it too? I can use it.
Well, eventually, yes.
Oh,
But you wouldn't want to. You have DLSS 3.5 now on old RTX cards, 20
Right.
series, 30 series, and 40 series. They decided to do that right when I sold my 3080.
oh,
But it's only going to be released in the first 2 games tomorrow, and no one knows what those are. I'm hoping Cyberpunk would be fucking sweet, just to get a little bit of a boost in performance there with all the ray tracing. I might actually be able to turn
how
on.
is Cyberpunk not? Like, they adopt everything.
Oh no, it will have it eventually. Like Cyberpunk is in the first 10 games that will have FSR 3, but only 2 games will have it tomorrow. And then they'll come along with more. I'm hoping it's Cyberpunk because I would really like to turn on ray tracing. That would be cool. Even though
Nice.
I'm not a fan, but I am a fan because I need ray tracing in Cyberpunk. I don't care for ray tracing anywhere else. I just have to have it in Cyberpunk.
Maybe I'll turn it off and I'll just play without DLSS. Because I played last time with it on.
I don't
With
play with
DLSS. I don't love DLSS.
I turn that shit
I
off.
feel like it's a big deal for Cyberpunk to have ray tracing on.
Yeah. And you're only using ray tracing if you have the DLSS turned on or you're just not having a good time.
I know, but I'm saying I could turn ray tracing off.
Oh, and the new drivers for the RTX cards, you get the new ray reconstruction.
Yes. I tried turning one of those fucking things on in mine, and it was running at 16 frames per second. I tried putting path tracing on.
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy.
And with DLSS on, I was getting 16
That's not going to
frames
work.
per second.
But apparently this ray reconstruction, even on the 30 series with the DLSS 3.5, it's something to behold, apparently.
Cool. Well, I'm going to check it out, I guess.
And that's why you got to love Cyberpunk. Just pushing the envelope. Every month there's something new that they're pushing, you know? It's so cool. I love tech.
Chrome Dome.
Technology. But not as much as you see.
Oh, man.
All right. Well,
Always and forever.
should we take an ad break? I think we have an ad.
Yeah, from our sponsors. Hello, everyone. We are thrilled to announce an exciting new partnership with VRRock.com. Get ready to enhance your VR experience with VR Rock's protective lenses available for both prescription and non-prescription users. As a fellow VR enthusiast, I opted for their blue light canceling lenses. These lenses are designed to protect my PSVR 2's stock lenses from scuffs and scratches while helping to reduce eye strain caused by prolonged exposure to blue light during extensive VR gaming sessions. Installing VR Rock's lenses is a breeze, a simple click and a magnet snap, and you're all set for a comfortable and immersive VR adventure. The best part, our friends at VRRock.com have a special offer for you guys, our listeners. You can head over to vr-rock.com, that's vr-rock.com, and by using the coupon code ELDERTROLLS on checkout, you'll enjoy an exclusive 10% discount on your order. VRRock.com ships worldwide, and all their products are tax-free. We extend our sincere gratitude to VRRock.com for supporting us and making our VR experiences safer and more enjoyable. So don't miss out. Grab your VR Rock lenses and get ready for an unforgettable gaming journey.
Okay, well, that was a lovely little ad for you. And today we're going to discuss today's topic. We're on today's topic now. We got a quote. We got quite a quote here. This is recently in the news this past weekend. Capcom president Haruhiro Tsujimoto asserted that video game prices are too low, pointing to the massive increase in development costs. Oh, and how game prices haven't risen at the same rate. That's something to think about. Certainly, he suggested that increasing the price of games would be a healthy option for the industry. Development costs are about 100 times higher than during the Famicom era, he said. But software prices have not gone up that much.
Depends on the game. Now, Capcom is one of the few publishers that's abstained from raising prices thus far. It has continued to sell games like Street Fighter 6 at $60 US instead of $70 US. They haven't went to that $90 Canadian hit yet. So maybe that's what he's talking
$70.
about. You know,
Oh, you
70
think?
US. You know what I mean?
You think he was just talking about $10 a game?
Yeah, he could have been just talking about bringing Capcom games up to where, let's say, I don't know, Square's brought up their games like 70 USD.
I think he was talking more than that. Like,
Okay.
Just in general, because they're the only company that's doing it. I think he was talking about the overall market.
Yeah, okay. Also,
That they're just not charging enough.
also Fortnite V-Bucks are going up in price as of October 7th.
Fuck!
So their skins will be even more overpriced.
Fuck's sake.
And I think this will probably put them into the Overwatch 2 skin price range, which is fucking ludicrous.
Yeah.
Ludicrous. Like $30 for a
I spent
fucking skin.
$12 on my my Terminator.
Yeah. Like that's
$12.
Sure. Right? I've still got
But that
some
was
V-Bucks.
on heavily discounted on V-Bucks though. It was only like 1,000 V-Bucks or something, which nothing is. It's always 1,500 or like 1,800. So that costs.
Well, the big
you
packs
have
are
to
like
buy
2,500.
two packs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have to buy $25 V-Buck packages to buy a skin, which is crazy.
Now it's going to be more. It's probably going to be like $40 to buy like enough V-Bucks to get a premium skin. You know what I mean?
That's horrible.
And then you'll have V-Bucks left over, but like to get enough V-Bucks, you'll have to probably spend so much money just to get that
There you
amount
go.
of
They
V-Bucks,
don't
you know?
need to fucking increase the price of their game because it's free. They need to increase the price of everything in the game. Right?
Fuck.
So they agree. Everything's too cheap.
All right. You got some talking points? I've got so many talking points.
I got talking points. We can talk about inflation first.
Well-
Obviously, it plays a factor.
I've got a massive thing about inflation. I went through and I did all the numbers.
I did numbers too. I was doing numbers.
I
You
already-
don't think that I was doing numbers?
I already did the numbers for you. I
did the numbers too.
I went from 1985 to 2013.
Okay.
Each console cost at launch, what it would cost today, average game cost, and the average game cost today. So we'll paint a picture first, I suppose. So we'll start in 1985 with the Nintendo Entertainment System. I've done all the prices in USD and converted them to Canadian for that year. And I've listed the exchange rate.
For that year.
Yeah. So in 1985, the exchange rate from US to Canadian was $1.40. It's fucking brutal. It's shit. So the NES at launch in 1985 was 180 USD, which was 252 Canadian in 1985.
That's
I used
Sounds really pricey, though.
Yeah, I
You know?
used a inflation calculator.
Right.
Okay.
Yes, this is what I
So
want to
180 USD in 1985. In 2023 dollars is $513 US,
Wow.
which is equal to $692 Canadian.
Wow, that's
more
a
expensive than the
Xbox
Switch.
Series X. That's
Isn't
a
that
Series X.
fucking insane? The average game cost was 45 US, 63 Canadian, 1985, which is equal to 128 USD or 172 Canadian dollars today
For a game?
for a game.
Oh my God.
What? $45? Okay, then they got cheaper.
Well,
In the
that the
90s.
exchange rate was $1.40 as well.
So we get shafted on like GST in Ontario. We get shafted.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So you might as well just buy them in American dollars.
You could. Like we could get whoever down there to buy us our games and we smuggle them over. Right?
They're smuggling video games.
What is this contraband?
Got to scan
I
your
can-
contraband, scan your ship.
If you use PayPal, you can pay. You
Yeah.
have the choice to pay in US dollars.
Yeah.
And I get 4% back on international purchases.
Oh, see, that'd be a good way to kind of circumvent that. Okay, anyway, Super Nintendo, 1990 exchange rate, $1.15. It's fantastic that year.
Wow.
Fantastic that year. Cost at launch was 200 US, 230 Canadian dollars. Today's money is 470 US, $630 Canadian. Average game cost though jumped by like $15, so it's at 60 US in 1990, and then 140 US today
Hang on.
would be
So-
the price.
Is the SNES, was the SNES cheaper than the NES then? I don't remember what the NES price was.
The NES was
$189.
180,
Or when
Oh, right. Okay.
and the
Gotcha.
Super Nintendo was 200.
Okay,
There's
now
a lot of damn
this is
numbers being thrown around.
in 1990, 60 US. But I think there were cheaper games, like there were budget games that were kind of
Yeah,
cheaper.
I
I
would-
think the average.
This
was
is the
50.
average game. No, this is the average game cost I'm giving you.
Yeah,
So some
like
might
Lee
have been even
Carvalho's
What?
putting
Really?
challenge.
Yeah, exactly. Shit like that.
Okay, so then 60, let's say $50 in 1990, average. For the math.
Why?
The inflation calculator, coagulator says that equates to $117 for $50, which is obviously way more than we're paying. You're saying like 120, whatever it is for 60 US back then.
Yeah,
Like that's fucking expensive.
that's crazy. Like if
They're
you
paying like $120.
so the Sony PlayStation 1995. This was fucking expensive. Okay, 1995. The exchange rate was again $1.40. Terrible. Cost at launch $300 US. 1995. Today's money $605 US. In Canadian dollars today, $847 Canadian for a Sony PlayStation back then.
Oh my
That's
God.
a lot of money. That's a lot of quiche.
Yeah, $50 average for a game, $50 US dollars, which would be about $100 US nowadays.
See
for a
again,
game.
the games didn't really even change.
Yep.
And it's kind of like they've gone up
They're like hovering.
$10.
They're hovering back.
This is
and forth.
1995.
They're still 60 US. It's still the same price, but everything else has gone up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like they're
Except
still making
this.
these crazy games.
Do you remember this though? This is what really kind of blew my mind. The Nintendo 64 launched in '96, a year after the PlayStation, and it launched only at $200 US. $100 US cheaper than the PlayStation.
I think I do remember that.
That's
that the PlayStation was
insane.
more expensive.
That's
Yeah.
insane. So
Yeah, they came down pretty quick though, from what I remember.
and the games, apparently, the average cost in 1996 for an N64 game was $50 US dollars, which was about 65 Canadian. I remember that,
Yeah,
that.
$64.99.
which was 132 Canadian dollars now money.
I remember some were super expensive though.
Oh yeah.
$79.
Yeah. Like the big ones, like Banjo Kazooie and Zelda and
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff.
They were fucking expensive.
That's crazy how much cheaper the console was. So that's when you can start seeing Nintendo cutting the price of their consoles to really get into the homes of the consumers, right?
Now imagine
That's
being a
pretty cool.
parent and your kid is begging you to buy all these fucking games all the time, and
Oh,
and the kid has
man.
no idea just how expensive that is. Like, could you?
Yeah.
Because imagine spending what was it, $120 on a game,
I think
like
like
today.
$850 on a PlayStation.
On a
Yeah,
PlayStation.
and you're just like, what? I'm not buying you that.
But
That's
you have
crazy.
to understand. Now, this gets into what I kind of was
Yeah.
writing down here. I'm going to say, from a business standpoint, if you look at the economics,
Yes,
we're
obviously.
paying less.
Yeah, we're playing less now.
less
Yeah.
now than we ever were, relatively.
I have that down. Yep.
So
Yeah, I
new
guess so.
games are $70 now. Let's say, is it 60 or 70?
60 US.
That's what they cost. No, they cost 70 US now. Games. Capcom is the only one still at 60, right? Games are $70 US.
Well, yeah, well, we're based on Capcom. Let's keep it there.
Okay, well, I did mine on 70.
Okay. Well,
$70. $70. And $70 is $95 Canadian. And we only pay 89. So we're actually getting a little discount there. We're getting $5 off. We're getting a fucking steal of a deal. Americans should be buying it in Canada with Canadian dollars. Then they get a discount. So yeah, so what I did was, we're talking about 1990. I was going to mention the annual household income. Okay, let's say you buy 10 games in a year in 1990. Let's just say for the math. So that's $500 US it costs you in 1990. And you buy 10 games a year now, they're costing you $70 each. $700 a year for 10 games.
but $600 in Capcom games.
Right. If you only buy Capcom
You only buy
games.
Capcom games.
Okay. So, what percentage of the average annual income then and now spent on these 10 games? So, in 1990, the average US salary was $19,621. Okay.
What would that be hourly?
I don't know. Not much.
Okay.
$10, 9 something, 40 hours a week. And then, okay, so let's say $500 is 2.5% of that. So you're spending 2.5% of your income on 10 games every year at $500. In 2023, the average U.S. salary is $59,428. $700 for 10 games is only 1.2% of that average salary. So you're paying a full percentage 0.3 less for games.
Weird.
Like per year if you're doing that. Like it's less portion of your salary.
Right.
Of the average salary, of the average salary.
I did it based on 1995 stats. The average Canadian hourly wage in 2023 is $32 an hour, which is crazy.
In when? 95?
No, in 2000. So, according to Indeed.ca job recruitment site, the average Canadian hourly wage is $32 an hour in 2023. According to the American Bureau of Labor Statistics, the average American hourly wage is $33 an hour in 2023. That's crazy. That's like $44 an hour Canadian. Now, the average Canadian hourly wage in 1995 was $20 an hour. So to buy a video game in 1995, and you were like an adult buying video games, and you were getting an average of $20 an hour, to buy a video game at the average hourly wage in 1995 would take you 3.5 hours of working to buy one video game. Okay.
That's a sweet deal.
To buy a video game now at the average hourly wage of $32 an hour would take you 2.8 hours of work to buy you one video game.
Yeah. So we're basically doing the same fucking math.
We did it just differently. Now, take me in 2001 to 2003 when I was working at Tim Hortons for $6.49 an hour. Okay? I was not an adult. I was a shit kid making shit money.
Yeah.
The average game price in 2001 was $78 Canadian.
Oh my God.
I would have had to work 12 hours at Tim Hortons to purchase one video game as a 17-year-old. That's insane.
Pretty good. Just do a shift. Just do a 12-hour.
12-hour shift.
Shot.
Wow.
For a game.
For
I'll
one
give you
game.
a game. But then you have no other money.
Yeah, zero money. That's crazy.
Yeah, but it's a bit deceiving because nowadays we know there's so much more you're paying for. You're paying for more bills. You're paying for internet, TV, streaming, subscriptions, your Uber Eats and all this bullshit. You're paying for so much more crap that just didn't exist back then. While, yes, we're paying 1.2% of our salary average per year less than that back then on video games, but like everything else is just ballooned. Like everything. Skate sharpening is $12 now, guys.
It used to be
Like,
$5.
Break. It was $5, I don't know, 10 years ago.
Unbelievable.
That's fucking crazy. Anyway, yeah.
No wonder I don't sharpen my skates anymore. I haven't sharpened my skates in so fucking long. It's brutal.
I had statistics here to back up my claims. According to macrotrends.net, in 1990, the average consumer spending per capita per year was $25,000 in current currency.
Just like on shit, like living shit, like everything?
Yeah, everything. Average per capita consumer spending. It was $10,000 back then. Today, in 2023, the average per capita is $42,000, which is almost double.
Holy shit.
So it's like back then it was about 17,000.
Yeah.
Worth 17,000, and back then what they were doing is 10,000. So you're just spending way more. Everyone is spending more because there's more shit to fucking spend money on, man.
Facebook tricking you into buying shit. Instagram tricking your wives into buying things.
Oh yeah, tricking your wives.
Targeted.
We just have access to more stuff.
Yeah,
you just have access to more stuff. So I mean, games aren't cheap, but compared to back then, they are. They are cheap.
Very cheap.
So
not very cheap,
and
cheaper.
This is what Capcom is just thinking about. I think it's just. It costs way less back then to make the games by 100 times, he said, but they're still selling them for less than they were back then, adjusted. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is nuts.
That's crazy. So check this out. According to Wikipedia, Super Mario Bros. 3, which was normal Nintendo, that came out in 1991. 1991?
Naughty
1991. And the game's total development cost, marketing budget, all that, $25.8 million in 1991.
Wow.
Which is equal to $56 million today.
That's a lot.
It's a lot. I think that was one of the most expensive, like, Nintendo games back then.
So maybe they didn't cost less. Maybe this guy's trying to jerk us around.
Wikipedia says Final Fantasy X cost $32 million in 2001, which is about $55 million today.
Wow.
So
what do games cost today?
So we'll say that Final Fantasy X is a AAA game, right? So AAA game back then cost $55 million in today's money. So AAA games now are costing 5 to 7 times the amount they did back then.
Oh my God.
Does that mean we as consumers need to pay 5 times the game amount? Fuck no. Imagine paying
because they
$500 on a new game. Imagine that.
No, obviously. But it's not like...
I would not game anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Right?
I can't. Nathaniel would be so fucked, he'd be completely bankrupt. We're also forgetting about another currency, okay? We may not be paying as much now for games as they did way back, in the 90s, but we're paying more in time because we're fucking spending a lot of time playing these games now because they're hours and hours and hours long, like Red Dead. It's 120 hours, some shit it was. So there's that other time investment where you're paying for it.
Very excellent point.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about cost per hour then. That's my next...
Okay, that's a
my
good
next-
segue.
A lot of people don't
Segue.
a lot of people don't like to measure a game in cost per hour though.
Okay, well, you cost your time as well. Time is fucking currency, like Danny said.
Of course.
Time
These days,
time
yeah,
is money, friend. Time is money, friend. You know it is. The
As
Goblin said it.
as a successful photo
Biden. Sleepy Joe.
Are you okay?
as a successful headshot photographer, time is money.
Yeah.
When I'm playing
Yes,
60
exactly.
hours of a video game, I could spend half of those hours marketing my business and making more money, right?
Yeah.
Getting people in the door, making more money.
Right. Sure. So now, what is it worth to you then?
Oh.
What is a $70 game worth to you in hours of entertainment and hours of taking you away from doing other things? How many hours do you want out of it for you to get your money's worth?
Okay, so I've thought about this a long time ago, and
50?
What?
50 hours?
I said infinite.
Infinite. Yeah. So I came to a conclusion a long time ago that if I spend $1 an hour, I'm happy. So if I buy a game for
Yeah.
it wasn't $90 back then. When I came up with
$1
this,
an hour.
When I came up with this, the games were like $60-$70.
I mean, I feel that that's very ambitious. $1 an hour.
Yep. Yeah. Imagine like $90. I must play this game for 90 hours or I'm not getting my.
Yeah. Okay.
My
So let's say
time's
50 hours. Let's say 50 hours, just for the math.
Okay.
That's $1. Well, at $70. At $70 USD, 50 hours. That's $1.40 an hour. $1.40 an hour.
Yeah. Okay.
That's pretty good. Now you go play pool at the pool hall. You're paying $12 an hour to play a game,
Yep.
and you got to buy beer.
Yeah. Lots of beer.
You can still play with friends. You don't need to go to a pool hall to do that. You got to play online, play anywhere. What's it cost to go to a movie?
Yeah. That's another thing. $15 now.
Yeah, $15
For 3 hours, though. They're all 3 hours long now, all these fucking movies.
Okay, let's say $5 to $7 per hour.
Okay.
That's way more than a 50-hour video game at 70.
But when you buy a movie on UHD Blu-ray, it's fucking $40. And you're getting an hour's or 2-3 hours worth
Hour
of
and a half to
entertainment.
2 hours. Hour and a half to 3 hours.
Well, but you would watch it more times than once.
Yeah, maybe a couple of times. Okay, we'll give it that.
Okay.
I still always err on the give me more side in terms of how much hours I want to put in a video game, even though I kind of suck at beating games for that reason. Like maybe the other half of me wants shorter games so I can just fucking beat them. But I still, if I'm paying, $80+ give me more, because then I can just dip in whenever I want and do whatever I want for as long as I want.
Yeah, but then you have 4 other 80-hour games.
Yeah, I
That
know.
you
So
spent
I don't know. Maybe
$90
it's a double-edged sword.
Either way, I think we overestimate like how much we're paying per hour when you do that. Like, even let's say you only get 25 hours in a $70 game. That's $2.80 per hour.
Pretty good. But what if you spend $90 and only play the game for 10 hours and you can't finish it and don't want to play it anymore?
Then that's about, I have that here, let's say 10 hours minimum.
Okay.
10 hours of a $70 game or a $90 game. That's $7 or $9 an hour. It's still cheaper than going to play pool.
Yep.
10 different times.
Now.
And much less annoying. No driving, no buying $10 beers. You can still be social on video games.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing against billiards.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
If you're going out to do something, I'm just turning, in terms of entertainment, dollars per hour.
Billiards in VR.
I could play billiards with little Jacob in GTA 4 for that price.
Now, you got to remember, nowadays we have to pay, what, $160 a year to be able to play multiplayer games online, on top of spending the $90 for the game. Some free-to-play games don't have that. Apex, you don't need to have the subscription. Fortnite.
All battle royales, I believe.
Yeah, right? I don't know how they're getting, what slice of cake is Sony or Microsoft getting from that? That I don't understand. You know what I mean? So, like,
I don't know.
Why are these guys not having the need of the subscription to play their online game versus, I don't know, whatever other game?
Yeah.
You know?
I don't remember what the reasoning was, but I was for it. I was all for it.
Right. But that's another thing we got. There's the subscription that everyone's paying now. You've got some kind of Game Pass, or you've got some kind of PS Plus, which is costing you almost $150 a year, let's say. Tack that on to every...
What? 100? Oh, for both.
No. Well, no. Not unless we do the little trick or whatever, right, that we have done for Game Pass.
Oh, if you're paying monthly.
Yeah. Right. And like when the Capcom guy says, well, prices need to go up. Well, a lot of people are buying battle passes, which are fucking $15 a month. A lot of people are buying these subscriptions to be able to play their games online, which is another X amount. So like compounding that on top of a $90 game, you're spending $100+ on a game eventually.
Yeah.
In the end. Except for XL Primal, like they charged you $60 for a free to play game. Yeah. Essentially. Like that, when I played that game, it was a free to play game. I would never ever spend $60 or $70
for a game where
on that fucking game.
There was a battle pass in it too.
And there was a battle pass in it. That's what my next thing was. Is like now
with like microtransactions.
You're buying a game, but you're not getting the full game still. So then to get their extra money, they're not tricking you, but they're enticing you to get that battle pass for an extra $15 a month.
It's just pure profit.
Yeah.
Like doing that shit. Like printing money.
Which brings me
coins
to my
fucking virtual currency is literally printing money. Yeah. They just like it's nothing and that you give them money for it. That's crazy.
Yeah. Which brings me to another thing. Now, there's all this talk that Xbox is going to go pure digital the next generation. Same with PlayStation, no more physical. Okay. You know how much money they're going to save just by taking away that distribution of physical copy and just downloading everything? Mm-hmm. Like, that's a huge chunk of change. And then they're going to increase the prices of games even more after that. Right? Yeah, so they're going to save money on the distribution
profits
and then pump it up a little bit more so that you're just downloading your digital games. And that doesn't cost them anything for you to download that game. It doesn't cost them anything. Mm-hmm. Right?
Well, infrastructure, server maintenance.
But like just downloading copies.
Yeah.
It's just you're just copying the files. You're not.
Well, I hope that they make it faster if
Yeah,
they do that.
they do that,
because
yeah.
it's slow as hell.
Yeah.
So
that's
it might
another
cost
thing.
them something.
That's
It would
another thing.
cost them something. They would have to upgrade something because they're horrible.
Now, Nintendo starting to raise their prices $10 to $70 US. Started with Tears of the Kingdom.
Yes.
Like, what are they giving us more for, right? Like, it's still on the Switch hardware.
And why Nintendo? Yeah, like
Yeah.
why are they doing it? Just because the games cost that much to make?
Yeah.
But they're making so much money on this shit old fucking hardware.
Remember when I picked up God of War and I looked at the receipt, God of War 2, I looked at the receipt and I'm over $100. I was like, oh, it has come.
$103.
Yeah. It's come to this, right? That
Once it breaks those
rocked me
two
a bit.
zeros.
Yeah, that rocked me a bit. And then I remember buying Starfield on Steam for $140 to get the early access.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck this. I returned it. I bought my graphics card, which came with Starfield. So I got like $140 off my graphics card kind of thing, right?
Yes.
So-
yeah, I got that for I'm glad I got that for
Yeah.
free too. But
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, it's on Game Pass.
That's also true. Now, with that being said, with the whole early access thing, that's another way they are raising prices without actually raising prices, is offering these early access digital deluxes. And people are like, oh, I don't want a FOMO. I'm going to buy this at $120
Yep.
to get in early so I can get on Twitch or I can do whatever. That's raising the game of prices, or that's raising the prices of games in a certain way. And that I like because that's giving you choice. That's giving you the choice to pay more money to get in early. I don't mind that. But like whenever they're just being, if they were to get rid of the early access buy-ins and be like, okay, all games are $120 now, like that is going to suck. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
But that would suck. So
Welcome to the 90s.
so I think, and that's also if your games are good, where people don't want to FOMO over your game, right? They're going to pay that money, and you're going to raise your prices by doing that kind of thing. That's cool. I don't mind that. Whatever. Don't mind that.
All right. Let's why don't we talk about earnings then? Do you think they're making more now profit than they are back then? Like per year?
Oh,
Let's look. They're obviously making a shit ton more profit. Let's look. I just googled
But why would that
Nintendo
be? Is it
earnings
because of
in 1990. Okay.
microtransactions, battle passes?
Yeah, just extra shit.
just all this
DLCs.
extra shit. Man.
During fiscal 1989, Nintendo reported earnings of 217 million. Okay.
Now it's
What
in the
did-
billions.
What about now? Like 2022, $8.4 billion.
Yeah. Like, what are they complaining about? Like, fucking shut up.
8.4 billion. Okay, what about Capcom?
Like, you can't sit there and tell me, even with conversion and inflation, that like it's not substantially more you're making today. Maybe Capcom because they were like a household name, Street Fighter, all that kind of shit on your SNES.
Yeah, they had
and your-
big games
I'm
back in
sorry.
the day.
Okay, well, let's just look up Capcom's
today.
fucking-
Yeah, look it
Yeah.
up today.
A 0.76 billion. So 760 million
Net.
revenue profit. Yeah.
Yeah.
760 million Capcom made in 2022.
Yeah.
That's still not that much.
Not
Think
that
about
much.
it. Capcom not making a lot of money.
But like, what are they just keep making Resident Evil games, right? I'm sorry for the Resident Evil people out there. I don't play it. I played The Village on VR.
He tried.
But like, I don't know. Like you gotta start, and they tried something new with Exoprimal, right? But again, it was more of a free to play game. That's a battle pass game to make your money. I've got a conclusion blurb that I'll read when we're done yapping. But like overall, yeah, Capcom, they can raise their prices to the now general average of $70 US, and I don't think their fans are going to bat an eye. But if they raise it, if he's talking about raising it to like $100, as a new
Need to step
Global
up
Street
average
Fighter
their-
7, $100.
yeah, No fucking
They
way.
need to step up their portfolio and start making some fucking killer games.
Yeah.
They
Give
need
us
to
a new
start like
Mega Man
adapting and following trends, because like what
Mega Man Legends remake.
Now, a lot of Capcom fans are saying Capcom has had an amazing last year or so with the releases they've done. What did they release? Exoprimal, Street Fighter 6,
Some
Resident Evil remake, Resident Evil 3, Resident Evil this, like Capcom
Yeah,
Fighting
Street
Collection,
Fighter too,
Capcom
yeah.
Arcade Collection. Come on. Give me something new.
I would not
you're
pay
saying-
$100 for a Capcom game.
No.
All right, well, there you go, Mr. What was your name?
Monster Hunter.
Yeah, Mr. Monster Hunter.
Mr. Tsujimoto.
Oh yeah, Monster Hunter though. That's Capcom?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's better than like their other typical stuff though. It's not like that was a bit more of an original idea. I'll give them that.
Yeah, okay.
I never played it. I mean, I played it, but I was like, meh.
I liked it. It was cool when I played a few games with Eric when we jumped in together. We were hunting some dinos. That was cool. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Yeah,
But-
it's not $100 cool plus everything else, our fucking tax and all this shit, right? In exchange.
I like the numbers and statistics. I like that shit. I like that. I like listening to that.
Yeah, it's data.
You like that?
Data.
I like data. I like data.
I like big data, you know? All right. Well,
Want to run through our conclusions?
yeah, I'm just going to say that, I mean, they're making billions and, you know, I mean, maybe not Capcom, but,
Yeah.
but I mean, the big players, they're making so much money. It's just like, they could lower their price and they would still, you know what I mean? Make profit. So it's just like, maybe Capcom is in a bit of trouble. Maybe that's all we can, I don't know. I hope that it'll just remain kind of the same.
Yeah.
But if it is, think about this. If it remains the same, the way it's been going, they're just going to keep getting cheaper and cheaper, technically.
Technically,
Video
yes.
games are going to be getting cheaper.
Based on like inflation and shit.
Yeah, exactly. Relative.
Relative. Like,
Think about that.
Yeah.
The more we go without them moving up like significantly,
But that
like $30.
But that significant, the $10 increase was just recently, right? It
I know.
Yeah.
was only recently.
Yeah, but with the
Last few
$10
years, I
increase,
think.
we're still paying less.
$45 US in 1985. And we were paying 55,
I paid that for Cyberpunk.
60 US now, $15
I still pay
more now.
$45 for games,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Some games. So yeah, I got, for my conclusion, technically, the Capcom guy is right. It does cost more money to produce games now. And from a business perspective, they should increase their prices of games. You know, like Capcom should. I don't see why they shouldn't increase their games to like the average now. But as a consumer, the average, like the $90 Canadian or the 70 US for everything else, that's got to stay for a little bit longer. I'd say quite a bit longer. I'm not spending $100 Canadian on fucking video games each game, like a AAA game. No fucking way.
Like plus tax?
Yeah, plus tax. No way.
No way.
No
No,
way.
I would not pay. I would just play Apex Legends, I guess.
Like, fuck.
It's free.
Like, and like $100 Canadian is hard to come by, even like now. Like I've got to work.
I sold a chair for $80 the other day.
Oh, there you go. There's your almost full AAA game.
I spent it already.
The more people, I'd say, so the
On a
$100 is
game.
hard to come by, and the higher the prices of games get, the more people will not buy them unless they're bona fide hits and blockbusters. Like if someone,
$100.
yeah, like if someone comes out like, this is the best game, 10 out of 10, you're never gonna play it, then people are gonna be like, okay, I'll spend $120 on it. You know what I mean?
Ugh.
But this makes things like Game Pass even more enticing, especially if they give away their first party titles on release day. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like
You buy
Microsoft,
10 months and it's the cost of one game.
exactly. So Microsoft is kind of like squashing that for us a bit by giving us Game Pass, you know? So what I think would happen if they raise the price by another $20 per game, a lot of people will not be buying AAA games anymore. And they would actually not make as much money as if they just kept the game prices as they are. Would you rather sell 1 million copies at $90, right? Or 500,000 copies at $120? like you want to keep up the $90 at a million copies. That's just splitting ball hair there, but like that's just what I'm thinking off the top of my head.
Splitting ball hairs.
I ain't spending $120 for a game that is a buggy shit mess for 3 months, or servers that won't let you launch on day one. Obviously, the weirdos who still buy Call of Duty would probably spend $120 on Call of Duty. Like, I'm sorry, you guys. But
I am not buying.
yeah, I would not. Like, imagine Call of Duty was $120.
Wow. Well, it's $100.
Yeah.
It's $89
Yeah, and you get,
plus
you get a
tax.
sweet night
It's
vision
$103 after tax.
Brutal. So in conclusion, obviously from a business standpoint and the numbers, yes, technically they should raise the game prices, and game prices have actually went down, as we've concluded. Technically went down in price. But from the peeps,
relative to average salaries,
Right.
Average spending per capita. As
correct. Yeah. But from the peeps on the streets, it's a no-go for me. I can't see myself spending over $100 for a new release. That's it.
No, I wouldn't want to either. I think, again, we have to remember, in conclusion, that time is a currency. And if these games are getting bigger and badder, you know, as we've seen, some aren't, but some are in terms of what they come with right out of the gate, but also their DLCs, their battle passes, all this extra content. You're going to spend all this extra time of your life playing. I mean, that's
You hurt
okay,
your back,
though.
your posture, your posture.
Yeah,
You're
your
spending-
physical price.
You're actually losing time. You're killing yourself.
the physical price that these games make
These
us
fucking
pay.
pasty nerds. But if the price goes to $100, I mean, if you're paying that much, at least you can spend the time, you know, and you get more. What is it? Price per hour value, right? So
Cost
that's
per
good.
hour. CPH.
I think with specific regard to Capcom themselves, though, man, they got to step up their freaking game making ideas. They got to step up their IPs if they want to raise their prices. I think. Again, that's specific to Capcom. That's not everybody. But
I'm
anyway,
not buying a fighting game for $90.
No, exactly. An arcade fighting game where I probably have to fucking start over from the beginning if I die because there's no saving.
Here you go. Here's a question for you to wrap it up. Someone made the most amazing game, most emotional game, the best ride you've ever taken, and it's a 3-hour game, and they're charging you $70. And it was the best game you ever played. The best.
It would have to be boner. It would have to be super boner-fied.
Yeah.
How
Like,
could it be the
I don't
best
know
game
that
you
I
ever
would-
played for 3 hours?
Like it just hits you on all levels. You're emotionally drained after, and you've just
But you
like
wouldn't know
you
that.
sit there. You sit there
Yeah.
for
Hours. I don't think it's possible.
hypothetical. Okay. If someone told you that, would you give them $70 to play this 3-hour game?
Potentially.
Yeah.
Potentially. Because I'm a huge story head. You know me. I like my story. I like my emotion. That's why I play games. I like my music, my cinematic type experiences. So if they could guarantee me that I would feel something and deeply on a bunch of levels,
Can't guarantee
then I'd be
that.
like,
Yeah.
I'll take a bet. Okay,
Okay.
here's $70. I'll try it out.
Okay.
All right. I don't know if I would. Maybe. I would. Can I watch videos of it? Can I see it? Can I see the in action? Or do I have to go by this Jamok's word?
No, but you're going to. I'm saying like you will. It will be the best game you ever played. On an emotional level, on an everything level, the best game you ever
I
played.
guess so then. Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
I guess it's worth it.
Okay.
I mean, it's the best game you ever played.
Would you guys rather spend very little money and have to play like a game that's just way too long, like Red Dead type of thing, and you had to like finish it? Or would you rather spend a lot of money and not have to sink a bunch of your time and life and effort into it? Is there a preference here? Is it obvious? You know what I mean? Because part of me is like, if I spent $100 and the game was only 10 hours,
I don't think it matters to me.
Yeah.
If it's 20 hours, like 10 hours, I mean, it could still be really good in 10, 20 hours. It could very much have everything
Yeah.
you need.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a game doesn't need to be 120 hours. Like it doesn't
No.
need to be 120.
Like I don't want to play
Right.
a 120-hour game.
Like
Right.
90-hour
Did
Red Dead
on
Redemption.
Zelda.
Oh my
I
god.
somehow put 120 hours in Tears of the Kingdom. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know
Okay.
how, but there you have it. Games are actually cheaper than they were. So we were wrong, and gamers are wrong, and you should pony up.
Oh, well,
And thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in to this week's episode. If you enjoyed the conversation, let us know what your thoughts are on the video. Give a comment. Do you think, would you pay more for games? Like a little bit more. Would you pay $20 more? Let us know. Or do you think they're just way too expensive as it is? Give us a rating on your platform of choice. Share, like, subscribe. Do what you need to do. You can send us a comment or a tweet at Elder Trolls Pod on x.com. New website,
Oh, yeah.
recently released website. Shit talk us or ask us any questions. Do whatever you need. Thank you again. Hope you have a wonderful day.
peace.
See ya.